Hi, everybody. As we are comparing and contrasting the continents and then studying to remember, I strongly believe that this will be helping you a lot. So, we know about India and we remember most of the things physical features, climatic conditions, and we also understand the weather, monsoons, how it occurs because we are in India. And when compared to this, what are the other things that you find in Africa? Similarities and dissimilarities, a stark contrast that we are going to see in this particular uh, slides. Okay, now let us see. Next. So, in this, we are going to see the desert first. Similar similarities. There is Thar Desert in India, and in Africa, there is a desert. Here, Sahara Desert and Kalahari Desert in the south. Okay, you will find clouds, sunshine, bright sunshine like this, and trees also without leaves. Okay, so you will find sand dunes. Most of the sand dunes you will find in these areas. When we are comparing the two subcontinent and the continent Africa, now let us see the physical features. What are the physical features of India and what are the physical features of Africa? We have Himalayas, Kashmir Himalayas here. Because of their altitude, we find snow or ice in these mountains on the top. And because of these mountains, the winds which are blowing from China or Siberia, Tibet is blocked by these mountains here. So we are protected. Okay. So otherwise, India also would have been frozen. So because of these Himalayas, we are protected. As I told you, Thar Desert is located here, and we have Vindhya Mountains, Satpura Mountains, and near Narmada River, Tapti River. Down Western Ghats, and here on the southeast we have Eastern Ghats. These are the mountains, and northern plains, Gangetic Plain we have, Chota Nagpur Plateau we have, and Deccan Plateau. This is Deccan Plateau region. So like this, when we are comparing, Africa continent is also a plateau. Okay, because of the mountains denuded, they become the tableland, and you will find the plateaus. Okay, and when we are comparing here, equator is passing through the center of the continent. So on both sides of this equator, you will find equatorial type of climate. That means heavy rainfall every day with thunders and thunderbolts, and thick forests also you will find. Okay, and India, when we are talking about India, then as it is nearer to equator, 8 degrees, it is beginning from 8 degrees. So in the tip, southern, you will find equatorial type of climate. When we talk about the tropics, this tropic of Cancer is passing through the northern part of Africa. So also for us, tropic of Cancer passes through the center of our country. Okay, tropic of Capricorn is also passing. This is the main important point. This is the only continent which has both tropics passing through them, and in the middle, equator. No other continent has three important latitudes in them. Okay, so this you have to remember. Equator is passing through the center of the continent, then Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, So three important latitudes are passing through this particular continent, Africa. Then coming to the deserts, India has only one desert. Africa has two deserts, Sahara Desert and Kalahari Deserts. Okay. Mountains, highest mountain peaks we have, and they have volcanoes. India is also having volcano, that is here in the south, in the Bay of Bengal region. Okay, near Narkodam, we find volcanic mountains. Here, Kilimanjaro, and we will also find one more mountains here, volcanic ranges, which are very active. Okay, next we find introduction. Climate is the average weather condition of a region over a long period. So when we say climate, weather means per day. How the weather is, whether it is hot, cold, rainy, windy, we say that it is weather per day. But for a long period now, it is summer season for us. Why do we say as climate is very hot or summer season? Because from March to June we find the same hot climate, and May is most uh, hottest period in our country here. So both India and Africa lie in the tropical region but show great diversity in climate. Okay, we will see how it will show the diversities. Okay, now location and climate zones. In India, as I told you, it is extending from 8 degrees north latitude to 37 degrees north latitude. Here it is 8 degrees. Equator is here down. So 8 degrees 6 minutes. From here to 37 degrees north latitude till here India is extending. So here, as I told you, Tropic of Cancer. So tropical region climate you will find here in this. Okay, tropical region. And here you will find little bit up to 10 degrees. I told you equatorial region extends. So up to 10 degrees you will find equatorial type of climate here. Then in Kerala, tropical wet climate. So in Kerala you will find tropical wet climate. Wet climate, heavy rainfalls. You will find dense forests also. In Rajasthan, tropical dry climate. Because it is a desert, you will find tropical dry forest, tropically dry. Then subtropical, Delhi. Delhi is a special place in India where it experiences extreme climates. The reason is Delhi is located here, it is landlocked. Winds blowing from southwest, when they are blowing, they blow towards the northeast and they will return. And here, because of the existence of Himalayas, the winds blowing from Tibet are blocked by the Himalayas. So you will not get cold winds and it will not freeze. But winds which are blowing beyond Himalayas, they will bring cold winds. In summer season, winds blowing from Rajasthan, that will bring sandy winds, and it is so hot, people cannot bear. Because it is no seashore is nearby, it is not influenced by any of the seas. Okay, so it has a diverse climate. Then highland, Kashmir is located in the highland, so you will find very cool, and you will find even ice snowfall in Kashmir. Okay, and it is influenced by the Himalayas, and down Indian climate is influenced by the Indian Ocean. All this is Indian Ocean. So in the monsoons, how the monsoons affect, I will explain how the monsoons will be affecting India's climate. Okay, in the coming slides. Next, here summer. When is summer in India? March to June. Monsoons June to September. Post monsoons October to November. Winter season, December to February. So monsoon plays a crucial role in agriculture. If monsoon fails, agriculture fails, and people face famine, great famine. So we need to wait. Farmers will be waiting for the monsoon arrival. If it onsets on time, then farmers will be quite happy. Heavy rainfall in the northeast to desert conditions in northwest. In northwest, you will find desert conditions, Rajasthan, Thar Desert. Okay, in the northeast, heavy rainfall you will find. Next, in Africa, when we are comparing, as I told you, in as a equator is passing through the center of the continent, from 0 degrees latitude to 10 degrees, you will find in both the hemispheres, you will find equatorial type of climate. Okay, as I told you that this is the only continent for which both tropics are passing through. It is spreading both in northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Okay, only this continent, that is the speciality of Africa. Then it stretches between 37 degrees to 35 degrees south latitude. North latitude 37 degrees north to 35 degrees south. In it is extending or stretching between both the hemispheres here. Major climatic zones. Equatorial region type of climate near equator from 0 degrees to 10 degrees. Then tropical savanna type you will find in Kenya, tropical savanna type grasslands. Then desert, Sahara desert in the north and Kalahari desert in the south. Then as the Mediterranean Sea is there on the north, you will find Mediterranean type of climate in these regions. What is Mediterranean type of climate? If you want to understand, if you go to Vishakhapatnam, you cannot stay there even for 10 or 15 minutes because it is nearer to the sea and sultry. The weather will be sultry. For other people, it is very difficult. So, like that, that is called Mediterranean type of climate. So, here also we find in these regions Mediterranean type of climate. That means weather will be sultry and humidity will be more in the atmosphere. Okay. So South African coast also, Northern Africa because of Mediterranean Sea and South African coast also you will find the same Mediterranean type of climate because of the sea winds blowing here and coasts are, it is having a long coastline, so you will find Mediterranean type of climate. That means sultry, hot weather and sultry also you will find. That means moisture or humidity will be more. So it is influenced by latitudes, altitude, ocean currents and trade. About these ocean currents, I will be explaining in the same video. Wait till I explain. Okay. Latitude and altitudes. Altitudes heights. Where the mountains are highest mountains, you will find a different type of climate. Okay. So trade winds. I will explain about trade winds also. I will show the map and I will explain it to you. And you have to wait till the end and you must click the button and share, subscribe. And then you have to watch another video also. So climatic characters. Africa. Hot and wet year round. Whole year you will find hot and wet climate. Savanna, wet and dry seasons like Nigeria. Here, savanna type of climate is in Nigeria. I think you can see here. Then Mediterranean type of climate you will find more in Tunisia. Okay, mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. It will be hot, but because of the winds blowing from the Mediterranean Sea, that will moderate the temperature here, Tunisia. Okay, so these are the important places where we need to study. Okay, next comparison tables in India now. latitudinal range 8 degrees to 4 minutes to north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude, and you will find climatic zones tropical to high equatorial to Mediterranean rainfall pattern. Okay. uh, Here I'm going to explain about how the how the winds will be blowing. Okay. About Africa in the next slide I will be showing. Okay. So rainfall patterns, monsoon, you will find here in India. The winds which are blowing from southwest, they will be blowing from here. You can see the winds, Arabian Sea winds, they blow from here. These are blue color ones, actual dates of onset. But generally, normally we will be getting these winds are given shown in the red color. So winds were from southwest monsoons, they will be blowing like this. So what happens is Himalayas are here, greater Himalayas are here, they will be obstructing these winds. So all these when they are moving on the top, because of the height of the Himalayas, they will be obstructed and again they will come back. We call them as retreating monsoons. Okay. So in the north, they will be moving back down. So in the month of November, October and November, we find rainfall in Tamil Nadu and in the south tip because of the retreating monsoons. Even in Telangana also we will be getting rainfall. The reason is, as I told you, rainfall comes because of the retreating monsoons. Okay, in October and November. But in other seasons, in June, July, August, September, what we get, that is due to the depression or winds blowing from southwest monsoons. Okay, they will be moderating and they give heavy rainfall. And here, when we talk about this Telangana state, it is a magical one. Why? Because of the Western Ghats, existing of Western Ghats, existing of the Western Ghats here. Hmm. Because of the existence of Western Ghats, winds when they are blowing from southwest, they obstruct the winds which are blowing here. So they give very heavy rainfall in this western coastal plain. We have Konkan plains, Malabar uh, coastal areas, and then here we also find Nilgiris. Okay, Malabar coast. So Konkan coast, Carnatic coast, and then Malabar coast. So here you will find very heavy rainfall, and some of the winds which are bearing rainwater or moisture in it, they will be taking the turn like this in the direction. So mountains here which are in Telangana, they obstruct them and they give heavy rainfall. Okay, but it is very scanty rainfall. Telangana is in rain shadow region. Okay, winds which are blowing from south also, southeast, from Bay of Bengal. If there is a depression in Bay of Bengal, so you will find moisture more in the air, and those winds will be blowing towards north. When it is blowing here, the eastern Ghats will be obstructing them, and they cause heavy rainfall in the eastern coastal plain, that is Coromandel coast. So even then, some little winds which has rain, they cross through this and they cause a rainfall in Telangana. So that is also on the leeward side of the mountain. Here also leeward side, this side also leeward side. So windward side, the southern part of Telangana. That means Andhra Pradesh has a heavy rainfall, windward side. So this is about rainfall pattern in India. And we find very little scanty rainfall in Thar Desert and In the previous slide, we have seen about Sahara and Kalahari in the South Africa. So that also will be having uh, desert type of climate. In India, in Meghalaya, we find Masinram. Masinram is the place where it will be uh, causing very heavy rainfall. Okay, and agriculture rain fed, and irrigation is also rain fed in India. Whereas Africa will have different type of climate. Agriculture depends upon the location of the place. Now let us see the rainfall pattern in Africa. In the previous slide, we have seen India's rainfall features, how it causes, and how it affects the agriculture. Now, when we see about this location of Africa, Africa stretches across equator. In north, 37 degrees north, and to south, it is 35 degrees. So, in both the hemispheres, you will find equator 0 degrees is here, equator. Okay, here it is there. So, you can see. So, major climatic zones, you will find equatorial type of climate. You will find savanna grasslands. Grasslands you will find in Kenya. In this region, you will find grasslands. Then desert, Sahara Desert, Kalahari Desert. Okay. Then Mediterranean type of climate, Northern Africa. Here Mediterranean Sea is there. As I told you, it will moderate the higher temperatures. In the northern part, we have Sahara Desert. So extreme hot winds will be blowing. But these coastal regions are moderated by Mediterranean Sea. So it will be very sultry. Rainfall will be there. Higher temperatures also will be recorded here. Okay. And South African coast. Here also it will be having Mediterranean type of climate, sultry climate. Humidity will be more and temperature also will be more. It is influenced by latitudes, altitudes, ocean currents, and trade winds. These many things are influencing African climate. You see, Canary current, it is blowing towards south. Westerly winds are blowing from west to east. Harmattan winds are blowing from north to south. Southwest monsoons are blowing from this direction. But here all we find Sahara Desert. So that is the biggest problem. Temperature. Winds will be blowing. Monsoons. There are no mountains in the Great Sahara Desert. So they just pass by. They couldn't give heavy rainfall. But because of the Earth's rotation from west to east, you will find this Guinea current. This is going up. They blow towards the north. And in the south also, in southeast you see winds here. For India, I was explaining that southeast monsoons. So here southeast trade winds are blowing. As it is rotating, the earth is not constant in one position like this linear map, but earth is rotating. So you will find trade winds. Okay, southeast trade winds blowing towards the land. And again, Kalahari Desert is here. Don't forget about it. Then Benguian current. Because of this Benguela current, you will find these moving here, this direction. And Mozambique current. These are blowing from here. Southwest trade winds, they are taking in both directions. Southwest trade winds. Some of them are moving towards the northern side, some of them towards the land in the south. So this is the direction. Okay. And you must remember. That's why here you see blank Sahara Desert. Okay. So these are the places you can locate. Now, as I told you, now you can see which are the places which will have Mediterranean type of climate, which will have southwest monsoon effect, and which will be having northeast trade winds. Now see, northeast trade winds are blowing from tropics. They blow towards the equator. Okay, northeast trade winds are blowing towards the equator. Southwest monsoons from equator towards the tropics. Okay, I think now you understood how the climate of India and Africa are similar and also distinct. Okay, now agriculture highly dependent on monsoons. If monsoon fails, agriculture also will fail in India. And floods, if it causes heavy rainfall, then floods will affect the rural economy. Okay, so agro-based industries, they will not get the raw material when agriculture fails, and people depending on agriculture, they face a great loss. But whereas in Africa, drought common in sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, why? Because Sahara desert is a great desert, rainfall is very less, extreme temperatures. Okay, then climate affects health. You will find malaria being prevalent in the Congo basin as it is more filled with high trees, tall trees. Okay, and in equatorial region you will find thick forests with the height of more than 60 feet height. So you will find malaria prevalent in Africa, in the especially in equatorial region because of the diverse climatic conditions. Food security problem is also existing in Africa. Okay. Next, conclusion. Both regions have diverse climatic conditions due to vast size and geography. India is a subcontinent. It has all types of climate like a continent because of the mountains, plateaus, and plains existing, and the winds which are blowing, trade winds and monsoon winds. So you will find diverse climates like a continent. That's why we compared it with the Africa continent. In African continent, we have seen similarities and dissimilarities also. So agriculture, economy, and lifestyle is also significantly different because of the diverse physical features. Understanding climate helps in planning sustainable development. So if we can understand how the climate of a place will be, then definitely we are going to show a sustainable development in the economy. Planning can be done properly. So what are the things, from where did we take all this material? Okay, references and credits are from DMAPS and data sources NCRT textbook. Okay, comparison we have done through SCRT also. We I have taken some of the slides. Okay, so thank you for watching and watch the remaining slides. Please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, and continue to watch my videos, other videos too. Thank you once again.